Prison officer in a high security prison has been left with his face hanging off. Now, I've had a look at the pictures and I'm like, oh, gruesome. Now, this attack on the prison officer has left him with lifelong scars which go from the top of his head all the way down, and his lip was hanging off. There is the pictures there. Obviously, they've been blurred out for obvious reasons. Now, this happened in HMP Wakefield, which is also known as Monster Mansion, and the defendant, or the assailant who done this, is Martin Bates, or the alleged, because it is ongoing, but obviously everything will be on CCTV, I imagine, because this happened in the block in HMP Wakefield, because he was put on Rule 45, also known as good order and discipline, or it means you've been put down the block. Now, he was put down the block for slashing and strangling and attempting to take the life of Stephen Borden, who was in prison, serving a life sentence for taking the life of his 10-month-old son. But Martin Bates has a history of violence inside the prison, and he is hard to manage and hard to control, as you can imagine, doing offences like this inside of prison. So he's being moved around the high security prisons, and he did actually come from HMP Manchester, where he attacked another prison officer. So they shipped him out to HMP Wakefield, where he's went on to carry on committing these type of crimes inside of prison. Now, Martin Bates is from the Hartlepool area, I believe, because that is where he committed the first murder, what he got the life sentence for. But after the attack on Stephen Borden, when he was put on Rule 45 down the segregation unit, he somehow managed to get a razor. And obviously, this screw that he has attacked is one of the block screws. So whatever has been going on down there, obviously with his history of violence, he's thought in his head, when he gets opened up, he's going to attack one of the officers, and that's exactly what he done, putting two massive stripes down his face, leaving lifelong horrific scars on that screw's face. Well, that's just how dangerous and notorious these high security prisons are. Each and every one of the high security prisons in England are dangerous and very volatile places. A lot of people that's been in jail, more so the ones that have just been to the local prisons and the cat sees, say a prison's not that bad, it's not that dangerous. Believe you me, when you step foot inside of these type of prisons, it is a whole different ball game. Prisoners in these jails are going to take your life if they've got beef with you, or if there's wrong-uns in the jail and they find out who they are, then the normal location lads are obviously going to inflict some prison justice and try and take the lives of these wrong-uns. But for these two offences, I imagine Martin Bates will be getting another life sentence on top of this, which normally happens when a prisoner is serving a life sentence and they do violence or these type of injuries, especially to officers. He's now got two officers and this other one who he's tried or attempted to murder. So he will be getting another life sentence on top, and he will be serving a significant amount inside of prison, because what initially happens is he's serving life with a minimum of 24. It will probably now be 40 years before he's eligible for parole. And obviously, if this is the way he's going inside of prison, I imagine he'll be doing more attacks, and he probably will end up going on to take someone's life, and he will then get life without parole, because there is numerous inmates serving life sentences inside of prisons in the high security jails who went on to murder inmates and then being given life without parole. But I will keep you all updated on what exactly happens when he's at court and when he gets sentenced, and exactly what sentence he gets. Because as I've said, most of these stories that I cover of the extreme violence is always inside of the high security prisons, and I know myself firsthand how dangerous, violent and volatile them places are. If you haven't already seen it, go and watch the HMP Franklin documentary, which I was in. And obviously the last couple of days, if you've been looking on the majority of the local papers, on the nationwide papers, like the Daily Mail, the Daily Express, the Birmingham, the Manchester, I'm in there, all them papers. I've been in touch and wanted an interview about what it's like inside the high security prisons. I'll put the links in the description so you can have a look. But I'll leave that one there for now. People, hopefully you are enjoying the content. Remember to comment, like and subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everyone.